BMW's M8 Competition models provide a real alternative to more exotically badged super saloons and high-performance luxury sporting coupes and convertibles, offering searing speed, sleek styling and an engine that has few peers. BMW's M division certainly knows how to produce driver-focused sports cars. This, though, is something slightly different. A larger, more luxurious, driver-focused GT, offered in coupe, four-door Gran Coupe, or as in this case, convertible form. It delivers masterful performance on a major scale. If you must have the ultimate BMW, then this may well be it. It's tempting to think of this model as nothing more than an M5 saloon in a more sporting suit. After all, it shares the same 625 horsepower V8 twin-turbo engine, much of the same M division technology, and as a result, pretty much the same performance figures. BMW, though, thinks differently, pointing out that this car has a stiffer setup, a shorter wheelbase body, and cleaves a cleaner path through the air. Whatever your perspective, though, this M8 Competition model looks to be a devastatingly effective piece of high-performance engineering. The kind of car in which, for instance, you might drive to the Alps, but take in the Nurburgring on the way. Developed in parallel with the M8 GTE endurance racing car, it's a force to be reckoned with. Imagine the mighty BMW M5 Super Saloon as a two-door GT sports car with a shorter wheelbase for extra agility and a stiffened setup for even sharper responses. That's essentially what we've got here with this M8 Competition model. The competition tag refers to this car's stiffer engine mountings, which aim to facilitate sharper turn-in. And the wheelbase has been reduced over an M5 by a significant 201 millimetres. Otherwise, everything's much as you'd find in an M5, which is good. So there's the same 625 horsepower twin-turbo V8 mated to a more direct-shifting DCTM Steptronic paddle-shift gearbox. That's rather than the lazier Steptronic auto that you get on a lesser M850i. Plus, there's four-wheel drive, an electronically governed mechanical limited slip differential, and a set of grippy 20-inch Michelin tyres, the rears slightly wider than the fronts. In addition, as with the M5, there are lots and lots of mode settings which you can program in and customise via two buttons on the centre stack, marked M Mode and Setup. Once you've arrived at your favourite two combinations of throttle response, gear shift timing, stability programming and damping feedback, you can save them via two red anodised levers on the steering wheel, marked M1 and M2. One perhaps for country roads, the other maybe for fast-flowing major routes. As with the M5, you can also select an M Dynamic setting that turns all the safety systems off and limits the drivetrain to rear-wheel drive. It's a mode we'd advise you to use only for tyre smoking circuit drifting. In any mode, this M8 is very, very fast, of course. 62 miles an hour is dispatched in just 3.2 seconds, and if it weren't for the 155 miles an hour top speed limiter, 180 to 190 miles an hour would no doubt be possible. The M8 Competition models aim to display the hallmark proportions of luxury class sports cars, whether you choose two-door coupe, four-door Gran Coupe or convertible, as in this case. Now, in each instance, the dynamic appearance is shaped by a low-slung body and a stretched outline. Passengers in this convertible version are protected from the elements by a high-quality fabric roof pulled taut over the cabin. The multi-layer soft top opens and closes in 15 seconds at the touch of a button, while the electric mechanism can be activated while driving at up to 31 miles an hour. Once opened, the soft top stows away flat under a high-quality cover whose surface structure matches that of the instrument panel, door and side panel trim. The interior is awash with high-precision details and features a driver-centric cockpit and low-set sports seats featuring integral head restraints and trimmed in soft merino leather. There's space for a couple of small children in the rear, and the backrest sections here can be folded down either individually or together to further increase luggage capacity. Obviously, you'll get more of that with the roof up, so let's erect the top again and take a look at cargo space. Out back, there's a 420-litre boot in the coupe model. It's 440 litres in size with the Gran Coupe and 350 litres with this convertible, though this space falls to 280 litres in size when the roof's down. From launch, pricing for the M8 Competition started at around £121,000 for the four-door Gran Coupe version, rising to around £123,500 for the two-door coupe body style and around £130,500, that's for this convertible variant. Standard equipment includes a sports exhaust and 20-inch M-Lite alloy star-spoke style bicolour alloy wheels. Inside there are heated M sport seats trimmed in super soft merino leather upholstery, carbon fibre cabin trim, soft closed doors and the BMW Live Cockpit Professional package, which gives you a 12.3-inch instrument binnacle dial display and a 10.25-inch centre dash infotainment screen. If you've more to spend, you might want to consider the optional M Drivers package, which increases the top speed to 190 miles an hour and costs around £2,100, which seems an awful lot to pay for a software tweak. That's also included as part of the optional Ultimate package, which for a cool £20,000 more also gives you laser light headlights, M carbon ceramic brakes, extra carbon fibre interior and exterior trimming, a thumping upgraded Bowers & Wilkins sound system, ventilated front seats, a TV tuner, an M carbon engine cover and all the extra camera safety features of the optional Driving Assistant Professional pack. Now, you won't be expecting a super sports car of this power and price to be in any way affordable to run, and this one isn't. If you get anywhere near the quoted WLTP combined cycle fuel consumption figures, that's 25.2 miles to the gallon for this convertible and the four-door Gran Coupe body shape, it's 25.4 miles to the gallon for the coupe model, then you shouldn't have bought this car in the first place, and it'll deserve a better home. You know where we are. The NEDC rated CO2 figures are 242 grams per kilometre for the coupe, 244 grams per kilometre for the Gran Coupe and 246 grams per kilometre for this convertible. Routine maintenance is dictated by condition-based servicing that monitors oil level and engine wear, taking into account how long it's been and how far the car has travelled since its previous garage visit. To help plan ahead for the cost of regular work, at point of purchase you'll be offered a BMW service inclusive package that lasts for 3 years and 36,000 miles. With this, after a one-off payment, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that all normal work on the car has been paid for during this period, including items such as oil, spark plugs and filters. You can also insure your car with BMW, though as most M8s will be funded with company money through a lease deal, it's usual that brokerage fees will be incorporated into that. It really comes down to how driver-focused you want to be. If you want the most driver-orientated super sports car you can buy for less than £200,000, this isn't it. If, though, you want one that can combine Nurburgring Nordschleife dynamics with GT luxury, then this M8 makes a very strong case for itself. It's certainly fast enough, and there's a competition-bred feel to the handling that rivals from Jaguar, Lexus and Audi can't quite match. A tougher question to answer lies in whether this car is worth nearly 25% more than BMW's mechanically rather similar M8 50i model. That's a question of personal preference, of course. What's not up for debate is the way this M8 can make you feel, for its buyers delivering a perfect symbiosis of performance and exclusivity, dynamism and prestige. Or to put it another way, a supercar they could tail out slide on a track day, then cruise across Europe in afterwards. These people will love this M8 despite its high running costs and even higher price. There's a need, after all, to pay for the most consummate of pleasures. If you can afford to do that, though, you'll find much to admire here. Powerful elegance that's pitch perfect.